Right, it's your boy DJ Illatek live here today. We've come out to Hackney and we're talking with three very, very special people. Why don't you guys introduce yourself, starting from this man over here?
I'm Size 10, singer, rapper, songwriter.
I'm Rella J, singer-songwriter.
I'm Kele Le Roc, singer-songwriter.
Okay. So now the reason we're here is Kelly's kind of like doing some mentoring for you guys at the moment, right? She's why don't you tell us a little bit about what you've got going on?
I've been doing a bit of youth work for quite a few years now, about 4 or 5 years. I've worked at Rise and Tide before, but this year the mentoring programme kind of culminates to having a big performance at the O2 and also an album. So this actual particular scheme that I'm involved in is called Young London into Music, and these guys are some of the mentees taking part of this, but there's myself, there's Nate James, there's Cherry V, there's Princess Nye, mentoring these young people to kind of get the best out of them and, you know, improve upon what the natural talent they already have, but kind of like by just giving that a little bit of polish and putting the cherry on top. But it's not just us as well, there are 5 different boroughs involved in this, and like I said, there's a huge show at the O2 Indigo on the 17th of July.
Cool, so we got loads, I'm looking at the flyer, there's loads of different people performing, like you mentioned, you got Cherry, Princess Nine. How did you get involved in this whole scheme? I've
been working with Rise and Tide for a couple of years now, so when this scheme came up, I guess I was one of the names that came up. I've done songwriting courses here before, and I've done a bit of mentoring as well, but I'm very blessed to be working with these amazing young people. So
they just kind of reached out to you and said, Kelly, do you mind?
Yeah.
Are you free? Can you get...
Yeah, basically.
And you're like, basically, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I love working with young people, and I think what is exceptional about this course is that the young people that are on it are all handpicked. And they've all been handpicked for their exceptional talent, and what I love as well is that they're all kind of different as well. They're all kind of diverse. They've all got their own little things going on. They're not all trying to do R&B, pop, or you know. So yeah, I love it. I'm very proud actually.
What is it about these two? But now, how does it work? Do you pick who you want?
I actually mentor all the singers.
Right.
There's about 4 more singers as well that are on this course that I mentor. But Rella J is very diverse, as she kind of plays guitar, she plays piano. She's almost like a kind of folk singer, almost like a soulful folk singer. Like she does her own thing, man. I don't even want to pigeonhole her. I don't want to put her in a box. She is who she is, and I love that about her. And Sai sings and raps as well, which I think is great.
So let's move on to Rella first. So tell us a little bit how you got into what you're doing.
Music-wise,
and we won't talk about science camping and all this stuff we're talking about outside. We'll talk about science camping.
I got into music, like growing up and stuff. I'd always loved music. I was an avid listener of all different, sorts of sounds and stuff. I got into secondary school and we were given the opportunity to learn an instrument, so I started learning the piano. And then, kind of self-taught myself the guitar. And then, from then I just started writing. It just kind of popped out of nowhere, and all of a sudden I had this voice, and I joined the school choir, and I'm in Hackney Gospel Choir, and I joined the school band, and we just performed everywhere, and we do all the, because Hackney has secondary school music festivals, so we do those, and with the choir we'd sing the Jack Petrie Awards or the Trailblazer Awards. So, and then when I was about 16 I started singing my own stuff and performing them around and about the place, so it just kind of popped off.
And then you just kind of got involved with this, and then...
How I got involved in Rising Tide, I was just passing through because I was supposed to have a rehearsal here.
Because you live in Hackney, right?
I live in Hackney.
So you're local to the area.
I'm local to the area, yeah. Rising Tide is kind of like 15 minutes away from my house. It's quite funny. But yeah, funny because I'm late to a lot of my rehearsals. But that's why it's funny. Not funny. Not funny. Yeah. So,
not funny, haha.
No. Move it on. So I was passing through because I was supposed to have a rehearsal with a band that were going to play at one of my performances, and someone who works here called Heather, she stopped me and said, "Oh, I saw you sing a couple of years ago at I think it was the Hackney Peace March or Hackney Carnival, one of those things. It was outside the town hall." And she was like, "I really want you to do this event that we do called Spotlight." And I was thrilled because although I perform a lot all across London, I never really get the chance to perform in Hackney, and I want to represent my hometown and stuff. So I jumped on board that, and I just practically live here now.
Yeah, I heard you say that.
Yeah,
I heard that when I came in. So Cyrus, what about you, man? Tell us a little bit about how you got into this whole thing.
I got into music basically There was a course taking place in my area that I lived in.
And are you local to this area as well, or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just up the road.
So you're just up the road as well.
Yeah.
So is it a thing where a lot of Hackney local like guys and girls have got involved in the whole thing and come down here?
Yeah, more or less. It's like people that's mainly just come to Rising Tide and ask about courses and whatnot.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Well, like from an event that they came to, and like, because you know, Rising Tide put on lots of events, so like from Spotlight you can get involved with Rising Tide and that sort of thing.
But they do a lot of workshops for young people, centred around music. So you could just go online and see what's going on. They put an extra curriculum in the summertime as well. But I mean, if you're into music and you live around this area and it's not too far for you to get to, I would advise you come and check them out, because there's so many facilities here for young people trying to get into that and help, because you never know, next year you could get picked for something like this, you know.
So is there a website where people can go to if they want to get involved in what you've got going on down here?
You can go to www.rising-tide.com.
That's the one. So has it put a lot of pressure on you guys to have Kelly, it's like maybe standing there in the booth watching you while you've got to do something?
Not at all.
No.
Kelly is like the biggest breath of fresh air you'll ever find. Like, what I found, having her as my mentor, is that, a lot of people look at me and say, okay, so you're a black girl in Hackney, you must be singing R&B, or you must be, even though I could never pass as a grime artist, that would be funny. You must be, into a specific sort of, like what you did outside, saying, from your look, well, you kind of were right. But anyway,
yeah.
A lot of people just pigeonhole me straight away, and especially like people who are brought into work with you, they kind of they say, because you're, I don't know, in whatever situation you're in, you must be this way. And Kelly was never like that. She just kind of just sat down and said, okay, show what you've got. And I really appreciated that, because I don't like preconceptions, and I didn't have any with her.
So what's like the working relationship like? Are you here every day and Kelly comes in every day, or do you come in like once a week? You're still laughing at her. You still come in once a week. I'm making sure I say it properly.
Every day.
Does she come in every day? Like, what?
No, I don't come in every day. Unfortunately, I wish I could come in every day.
Yeah.
Like a 9-to-5 job. But
Yeah. So how often do you get down here to see these?
Well, the scheme basically consists of so many different workshops, but a lot of the stuff we do as well, we do online. So I've been away on tour, so I've been contacting some of them via Skype, via email. They send me stuff, I Skype them back to them what I think about it, where I think they should go, that sort of thing.
So it is very much having a mentor that you can always just bounce ideas.
They can call me anytime, anywhere, any place.
Have you ever had to kind of tell them, look, that's rubbish, just go away, do it again?
Not these. Oh, actually, I kind of helped with Size's track, didn't I?
There was a track where I was saying, what was it?
He was talking about music, and I was like, I don't think you should talk about music like that. Yeah. So I kind of,
guided me on the street.
Yeah, and with Jesse as well, another one of the mentees, he's not here today. I kind of said to him, right, Jesse, I think you could do that a bit better, so I want you to re-sing that part. But
so you crack the whip when you
have to, but you have to, and I think the difference between having a mentee and not having a mentee needs to show in this scheme, because if I'm their mentors and they're making the same standard of music that they've been making before, then what am I here for? I'm not doing my job.
Yeah, it's got
they are already amazing individuals, but it's my job to take them to that next level and to showcase that they can take it to the next level. I'm supposed to ooze that out of them.
Yeah. Now you mentioned you were on tour. You're doing a lot of stuff at the moment.
I was on tour supporting Billy Ocean. I just come off last week, 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
How did that go? Good?
It was amazing.
Good response?
He's an amazing man, Billy Ocean.
See, I was reading in the little thing that I've been sent, and it interested me that there's a little line in here, and it goes, Kelly is coming back to reclaim her throne as the queen of urban stroke black music. So what is going to happen with
I'm just finishing off my album, which has been a long time coming.
Long time coming, yeah?
Yeah, but it's just been, number one, producers, they are longer than artists. And number two, just financing as well, because I've been financing my own videos, been financing my own marketing, and when your funds dry up and they're depleted, you have to wait until you get another resurgence, or that you can get on with that again. So that's kind of been my biggest thing, kind of just getting producers to pull their fingers out. And obviously as well, when you're making something on a budget, not everyone's going to be willing to be whipped cracked. You know, sometimes you have to do it in their time, which I appreciate. But again, it can be really frustrating. So it's just that really, just finishing off the new album. I've got my clothing line as well, which is under the House of Le Roc. I've got my club line, which is Funkin' Bitch. I've got my kind of more red carpet, I've got my kind of more red carpet stuff, which is inspired by Saris, which is called Soraya, and my jewelry line, which is Glam Rock as well. I'm also writing a movie, which I'm trying to finish this year. I've been writing it for 6 years though, which is awful. And also a television show idea that I've been working on.
So I'm sure Tarantino wrote something for 20 years or something like that. Kill Bill took 20 years for him.
Oh, did it? Yeah, but he had other films before then, so you could finance Kill Bill when it came out. And you know what? I know someone's going to take my idea because I've had this idea for so long. And you know, then sometimes you have them ideas and you don't do them, and someone does them. You're like, I thought of that. So it's one of them ones. I need to just get this film out there.
I made the mistake of telling someone to do a Bollywood skank. And about 2 weeks later, I saw it on YouTube. You know, just when like a year ago when you had Margot skank, this skank, and skank, I said I was sent to we're gonna, I mean it's cheesy, but you know it would have been alright. 2 weeks later, he's done it. He's made it. I don't chat to him anymore. But anyway, so I mean, the thing with you is that you're one of these artists. Like I won't name names and compare you to anyone because I don't get any bad books. But you're one of these artists who, because you had such a following with one massive track, which is obviously My Love. And obviously the garage remix, and you can still play that today, which I do in the clubs, and it still gets an amazing response. I feel that you could come back whenever, because you were really embraced by the whole sort of British society.
It's not as easy as that, or it hasn't been as easy as that for me. I do think can I interrupt?
Do you think it would be easier if you were a brand new artist to get further with the and get further?
Sometimes I think if I had never been heard of, and some of the tracks that I brought out, like I brought out a track called Naked about 4 years ago, and I thought that was a smash, and it just didn't really do anything. Number one, though, I didn't have the money backing behind me to kind of take it to the next level. I went to a couple of labels, but they didn't really believe in it, and so it didn't really get the support that it deserved. And I reckon that song could have been top 10. It was a big tune. I do think that, and I also think as well, because of the success I have had, and obviously I was with a big label, so I had commercial success, but I had a lot of money behind me. And also as well, with regards to who my management were as well, a lot of the time it was who they knew, and they knew everybody. So I remember once I was trying to get on Des O'Connor, and my label couldn't get me on there, and my manager was a personal friend of his, so he just called up Des O'Connor and was like, I've got a new girl, get on your show. You know what I'm saying? So, and so people expect more from me. They expect me to be like Beyonce, but without Beyonce money. You know what I'm saying? So, it is hard sometimes being an acknowledged artist because people do expect more from you. But unfortunately, when you don't have that machinery behind you, you can only do what you can do, really. Yeah.
How about you guys? What are your kind of aspirations with taking the music further? And have you got any ideas of where you want to go, what you want to do?
Well, for me, Rena J, I want to make live music a new experience. I want to engage my audience because...
Maybe any science experiments going on.
Wow. Wow.
You could though. You could learn some magnesium and stuff.
Yes, magnesium. You get a big beaker.
I think,
no one's going to understand that.
I know, no one's going to understand the joke. No, it's you can. I know you're trying to live, your science aspirations vicariously through me, but I'm just not going to do it.
I didn't get a good grade in science. I'm sorry.
I got 2 C's.
Yeah.
It was dual science when I went to school.
Yes,
What school did you go to?
This place for MTs.
I went Langdon.
Is it? Yeah. What do you do afterwards?
So guys, to get back, because writing, because I am a songwriter and my songs mean something to me. They're written about my life experiences, or it's all real. Music for me, my music is very real to me, and I find that when I do performances and stuff, other people feel what I was feeling during my music, or they feel something, and that's why I fell in love with music initially, because I just loved the way that I could hear a song and I could just feel something so powerful. Like, I remember the first time I heard The Scientist, Coldplay, The Scientist.
It's ironic that it's something about science again.
Wow!
No, but seriously, no one else noticed.
Did you prepare these? That was a good one. I have to give you props.
You gave it to me.
Okay, or another song.
Coldplay.
Another song, Coldplay, Amsterdam, yeah. That's nothing to do with science.
That's about science.
Anyway, you know, these songs, you know, they just kind of take over you, and you just become wrapped in this world of, you know, beauty and emotion, and it's amazing, and I love that, and I love that, you know, other people can feel that about my music. And you know, I love going to live performances, and you know, the artists just really, you know, they connect, or they talk to the audience, not like normal words like, hi everyone, you know, how's the weather been today, blah blah blah. You know, they just speak through their music, and I want to bring that back, because I've been to some things where it's just like, why are you on stage? Because that was I didn't feel anything. So I want to bring that back to music, to the live experience, to, you know,
it's a beautiful thing.
It's beautiful.
Like, I always used to say I want to make the world a better place through my music, and it sounds really cliche and really cheesy, but I do.
And do you still feel like that?
Yes, of course.
All these years later?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, did you hear that?
No.
But you know what though?
She didn't take it like that. You made it like that.
No, you know what it is,
We were
all
right.
day.
We were cool.
All day.
iPod stuff and everything.
All day they've been saying, my old friend Kele Le Roc. Old Kele Le Roc of that. I've been like, so like, she's only sticking up for me.
I'm trying to think of a good... Yeah, but I don't mean like that. I mean like
It's all right.
experience,
It's
isn't
all
it?
right.
Like,
It's
you
all
know,
right.
no, because you might not have.
It's all right.
But you might not. I mean, I don't know if you admit it, but you
No,
might
I do
not,
still feel like
it
that.
might be hard for you to
No, I do still feel like that.
not get jaded by experiences and whatever. And
I would say, you know, sometimes I can be bitter, which is not a good emotion to have. But
understandable.
yeah, but predominantly what fuels me and what keeps me going is that I just love music. And like what Rella was saying, when people Facebook me or whatever me and they say to me, oh, you know your song such and such, and sometimes, a lot of the time it's My Love, but sometimes it's a really obscure track that I didn't even know that a lot of people did listen to, and they're like, oh, you know the lyrics in that, they got me through this time in my life. And that is why I make music, to inspire people like that, to help them through happy times, to help them through sad times. A lot of people have used My Love for their wedding songs, and they hit me up and tell me that. That to me is a beautiful thing. My voice was playing when they were getting married to the person that they love most in the world. That is why I make music.
It's a great sentiment. Does that kind of resonate with you guys? And you look at what Kelly's been doing, you kind of think, yeah, I want to get there. I want to, do something like that with my life.
Definitely. Inspiring people, making music to make people feel a certain way. Do you know what I mean? If it's the feeling it gives as well. It's amazing.
You can't even talk about it. You can't even express it. It's such a... I just don't even know what the words are.
I think people who I experience, obviously we all got friends from all walks of life, and the people who work outside of music, who are not really into music, they just don't understand.
They don't
understand
it.
at all.
Like,
they give you lip service, but they don't really.
They don't get it. But
just don't
unfortunately, the predominant market out there is full of those people, and that is why songs have 3 notes and 6 words nowadays.
2 chords.
Yeah, because that's what they can understand. That's what they can get with musical people.
Experience it differently.
Yeah, they do.
But then again, there's a flip side to that I'm sure you've all experienced actually at this stages in all your careers, that when you perform in London and you get music industry people, they will just stand there like this, right?
Yeah,
and like this, and
TV.
Blackberries and all this.
Yeah.
And okay, and I've got a minute left. And when you go outside, and when you go outside of London, you might find different, right? Like non-music.
I do find that people out of London are a lot more responsive. But I think that's just because people here are quite spoiled with regards to all the different kind of genres of music.
Everything.
And so it is almost like they want to be impressed all the time instead of just embracing it. And it's, I know how hard it is to get up on a stage in front of... I know how hard it is to get up on a stage in front of a load of strangers, that's never heard your music. It's all well and good when you've got a song that's out, but when I first started out and I was on tour doing like a promotional tour, and you get up on stage and that they just want to go and dance to whatever song's popular right now. They don't want to listen to you. So when you're on stage, it's like the time for them to go to the bar and get a drink. Do you know what I'm saying? So I know what that's like. So if there's even 3 people in that crowd that are there appreciating what you're bringing, listening to you and understanding and acknowledging that actually this girl's got talent, actually this girl can sing,
And another thing, I don't think people realise how personal music is.
It's like your child.
Seriously,
it's like your baby.
Especially when you've written something that's, you know, it's kind of like you on in a song. And I'm so happy I've never
personal experiences.
Exactly. I'm so happy I've never experienced the sort of rejection when people are just like, that's a crap song. I've never experienced. I don't think I could take it.
Do you think she will?
Baby, you know what? You can help. You can, like what Bob Marley says. You can basically. I know it's fool people some of the time. All of the time. It is Bob Marley.
Isn't that Ronald Reagan or something?
Stand up for your rights.
I'm sure that's not.
Stand up.
Yeah, but change the word fool into please.
I'm sure that was like Abraham Lincoln or
Please
something.
people, please all the people all of the time.
But it's not pleasing because someone can hear a song and say, okay, yeah, she got a good voice, yeah, that's a good song, and someone can hear a song and be like, that is crap. I can't believe you actually just wasted 3.5 minutes of my time listening to that. Wow, I'm offended.
And the thing is, if you're in certain venues, they will let you know. The most polite thing they can do is go to the bar.
Exactly.
But some places, like I'm sure around here, you get boozy.
And you know, for the musician, for the artist, they spent time on that. Yeah. That's why, as much as there are people out there, you know, famous, you know, making money, and you know, I personally feel, why are you there? Because you know,
I feel that way about a lot of people.
No talent. I'm not going to name names because you know, but at the same time, you know, if they feel the same way, which I can't imagine, but if they feel the same way about their music as I do about mine, then you know, you still have to give them props for putting themselves out there.
Yeah, it's a difficult thing to do. And remember, whoever you pass on the way up, you've got to pass the same
you
people
sure
on the
did.
way down.
You sure did. Basically,
yeah.
What happened was. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Hi, this is Kele Le Roc, and you're listening to DJ Illatek in the Mix.